G'day hobby friends. Today I'm asking a question, and that question is, why on earth is nobody talking about this triple brush set from Tamiya, the HF standard modeling brush set? It's great. It comes with 3 brushes for under $18 normally you can pick it up for. In Australian that is, less than $10 American, probably £5 in the UK I guess. And for that princely sum, you're going to get yourself a nice ultra fine detail brush in the traditional sense, but more importantly, 2 flat brushes, which I think are far superior for daily painting than your normal fine point. It's a number 0 and a number 2. Now, Ollie, why are flat brushes better? I have to say, my experience with them is that they do many things very well. Firstly, they let you paint big flat surfaces. Who would have guessed it? Secondly, they let you paint lines and freehand things quite easily because of the nature of how they are, which is fantastic for things like hazard stripes if you like to play Necromunda, or painting lines across a tank, for example. Thirdly, you always hear about pro modelers talking that you need to use a larger brush, right, than you want to use, because a lot of people are like restricted to these little fine brushes thinking that they're going to make less mistakes. By using these larger brushes, these big flat brushes, you have more moisture in the paint and you have more control, because unlike the floppy end of a pointy brush, they hold stiff and flat. So if you're painting like an armored edge and you need to come up to a piece of trim, you can slide into it and up to the edge of it without going over. Also, the fact that they're so cheap, I mean, you can just thrash these daily. Like I have this one here, this flat brush that snapped on me the other day. It's the number 2, I think. It's going to turn into the most fantastic dry brusher. You just trim the frayed edges on it and then it becomes my new dry brushing brush. Really great for when you want to kind of overbrush dry brush and catch edges instead of edge highlighting and do things quickly. So here, hobby friends, as you can see on the chaos that is my hobby desk, you can see here that I've painted these, sponged them in really as a grey white, and now I want to paint the black of the tyre, but I have the lip here of the rim and I don't want to get on there. So if you're usually using, if you were using your traditional pointy brush as it were, and as you come up to it, you're pushing into that, it will flip and it will kind of like curl over and bend, as you can see there. So I get out the Citadel Black Templar contrast paint here, which is great for tyres. It's actually generally probably the best black paint out there. I get myself a little bit of this contrast paint. And then as I'm painting, I can simply push in all the way around with this flat brush. And because it holds the structure, it's nice and flat like that, I'm not going to make any mistakes. I'm not going to go over the edge. It's not going to bend and flip up. It just holds its shape nicely. It's almost too easy. And painting on camera, which is not something I normally do because I am not a painting expert by far, is difficult. Anyway, so normally you do that little line, you're a bit shaky, but here you can just slide it up, as you can see, all the way around. And yes, doing this does damage the tip of your brush, but because these things are so cheap, it doesn't really matter. And to be honest, while being cheap, they are good quality, they hold up to it. And they hold a lot of paint. There we go, done. Anyway, forget the paint job. So there you have it, hobby friends. Fantastic. Value for money. Just get yourself a set. I literally have like 3 or 4 sitting over there. Every time I go to Frontline Hobbies, I just grab one off the desk because they're right there next to the cash register. Seriously guys, pick yourself up a set. You won't regret it.